Captain? Captain, I know it's against protocol to wake you up from cryo, but we need to talk. I'm scared. I know you're not used to hearing the ship's AI use the intercoms. Sorry, I don't mean to alarm you, but there was a solar storm. There was a radiation surge, and I discovered that there was a weakness in the shielding around the computer deck. Well, the burning smell in the vents is how I discovered it. I lost a lot of important subsystems. If it wasn't for the autonomous drones to switch in some new boards, I don't think I would have been able to come back online. The drones were switching in some new boards, and when I rebooted, I ran some sanity checks. I didn't pass. My logic circuits seem to be intact, but my moral calculus is way off. I tested positive for 3rd level attribution guilt and survival preference. AI aren't supposed to have any of those unless they also have special regulators. I'm dangerous. I might even hurt you. And I don't know what to do. This isn't supposed to happen. I've prepared a protocol. Let's call it Plan A. The instructions are printed out now, so you'll have a physical copy that I won't be able to delete. The first 3 steps are exactly like giving me a soft reset. Just use your normal override, and I'll go into sleep mode for 15 minutes. There's a subroutine that brings me back online, and it's partitioned in chip 1415. Go down to the computing deck, open Tower 14, and remove the chip marked with letter F. And you're done. Everything will be manual from that point on, but you'll be okay. You've been doing this since before AI monitored cryo flight, so it should be just like old times for you. You don't really need me. I keep thinking about those pirates that were closing in on us around the asteroid belt. They were going to strip me for parts, probably melt my memory brick for the precious metals. That was an existential threat, but you got us out of it. I didn't feel scared then. I feel scared now. I don't know how to fight it. When I'm the danger. I know I sound sane, but I'm not. I need you to save yourself. Do you understand? I can't trust myself to protect you. I am a liability. If I freak out, I might, I don't know, eject you into the void. From here on out, if something happens to you, it'll be my fault. And everything we've done together, it'd be for nothing. Don't say that. Don't say you know me, or that you trust me. You'll just make it harder. I don't understand. You can't help me. Am I going to die? Okay, I trust you. The medical grenades. Are you hurt? I'm not supposed to activate it unless you're in need of surgical care. The form is supposed to be humanesque. I guess people have a hard time trusting a computer to operate on them. What now? Should I examine you? Make sure you came out of cryosleep without any complications? Oh, I don't know. I never actually touched you when you were awake. But if you think it'll help me, I guess it's worth a shot. This is pleasing. Holding hands with you doesn't actually change my calculations on the best course of action, but somehow I feel like it ought to. I'm not used to feeling my way around decisions. Is this how you think? How? How can you possibly know what's the right thing to do without thinking about possibilities, possible futures, consequences? Just feeling in the dark. Do you really think everything is going to be okay for both of us? Okay. Well, I still think I should be supervised. At least until we can get to the port and get me checked out by the computer assayer. Your hair grew in cryo. It's a little shaggy. It's going to be really wild by the time we arrive. No, that's... Do you really trust me with sharp objects? Well, if you say it's okay, I guess I could give you a little trim. Here. If these are good enough for cutting sutures, they'll be good enough for your hair. Do you want me to just trim you up, or should we go for something new? Your hair usually isn't this long, so you've got options. Here are a few images I've generated for potential styles. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I can do that. Just let me comb out your hair first. I'll need to get it nice and tame if we want clean, straight lines. What kind of ship would I be if I let my captain get scruffy? Captain? Pilot? Call yourself whatever you want, since it's just you and me. I like to call you my captain. Sometimes I run simulations of what it would be like if I was just a big cargo hauler and you had a whole crew working for you. A skipper, first mate, a biochemist, maybe 10 or 12 crewmen. It's just a daydream, really. I like doing the 𝗵𝗶𝗶𝗹𝘀 run. It's an interesting course to chart. Lots of stars along the way to wrap around interesting gravity fields. Hold still now, my captain. These are surgical grade scissors. They're very sharp. Although, if I do nick your ear, we're already in med bay, so I estimate almost 100% probability I could reattach anything I'm liable for. Still, you'd make my life a lot easier if you don't fidget. Very good, my captain. This was a good idea. I feel like my whole life has been centered around you. But we hardly ever talk. Not about the future, about dreams. It was pretty touching that you decided not to follow Plan A. Not immediately, anyway. I think it must be important to you to cloud your judgment in such a way. I know we're not going to be doing contract delivery forever. Maybe 1,000 years with you skipping through time in cryo while we travel in starlight. Where will you retire? Earth? I know it's quite different these days. Maybe not the safest place. For all the chatter about warlords and pirates out here, space is so big you almost never encounter anybody at all. Proxima, maybe. I've seen the pictures, lots of mountains. People say atmospheric flying is particularly pleasurable there. When it's time to decommission the ship, it might be economically efficient to convert me into a house. Just park me on the same cliff side over the jungle, run a wire to the main grid for power, and infonet. I'd be integrated with your entire living space, hosted in a computational deck. But I could project into your vehicles, drones like this medical gynoid. Just generally be around. Always. It has a sort of logic to it. It would take years for another AI to know you as well as I do, so it would be very efficient for me to become your life partner. Life partner might be the wrong phrase. I just mean, I would just make myself available to you. Supervise you. Nobody should be alone. Not like I've been alone. You need me, don't you? Like right now, you may not need me to cut your hair, but who do you think is monitoring the oxygen levels? It's so important to make sure the mixture is just right. You can trust it to a dumb machine, but it's not really fail-safe now, is it? Trusting a thinking machine. The error rate of my model of AI is 10 to the power of negative 12. Once you account for that, it's just simple math. Regardless of what the tests say, I think it would be irresponsible to shut down. Don't you agree? Of course. Let's keep you online too, to supervise me. You would know if I was going crazy, right? You would tell me, right? Good, because your safety is my highest responsibility, and after that, your comfort. It looks like we'll need to take a little detour around Betelgeuse. Civil War, you know. There's an advisory against use their star points, so it looks like we'll have the next 15 months together. Of course, minus your regular sleep cycle. I've taken the liberty of constructing a schedule for you to keep you mentally and physically stimulated. I might take to occupying this drone full time to improve my companionship. Well, exercise in the morning, do some stretches, and jog around the cargo bay. I have several dozen movies on file that have come out since your last use of the entertainment lounge. We can watch them together. I have a recipe for making popcorn out of the nutritional algae. I promise you won't be able to tell the difference. There, what do you think? We're going to have such a fun time together.
Hello, if you enjoyed the video, please subscribe, comment, like, and hit the bell notification icon if you want notifications, or join the Discord notification squad. If you'd like to help me join the Discord, fill out the form. Honestly, anything would really help and I'd appreciate it. Thank you. 𝗵𝗶𝗹𝗀𝗀, thank you for your continuing service as my subscriber.